Yo, it's your boy SK in this thing. SK in this thing. Hey, so listen, still on my Diddy trial shit, right? So now, I got two. Right? Now I got these because I combined personal observation with intrinsic thinking. Those. All right, back. So based on personal observation, first-hand observation, and my intrinsic thinking, I was able to deduce two very, I believe, key conspiracy theories. That's going. All right, back, man. T-Mobile tripping, man. I'm about to get rid of them, man. So, check this out. So now, follow me back. So now, going back to the date I actually went to the trial, right? So, I was not, again. So now, going back to the day I went to the trial, right? I wasn't able to make it inside the actual courtroom. So what they do is they allow 14 public people every day to go to the courtroom. The rest of the people have to go upstairs to what's called the overflow. So now, once you're in the overflow room, you basically watching the court and watching everything on camera, right? So basically, you in the room, it's like 6 TVs in there, and they're all showing like the inside of the courtroom. So when you see the camera, the TV in the overflow room, you see all of the defense team, all the prosecution, and a space for you to see whoever's on the witness stand. You can't see the judge. You can't see the jurors. All right. So I put air quotes on that because as we're sitting there watching the stuff on the camera, once they did recess, they let the jurors in and out. So as the jurors are going in and out, you're able to see them walk across the screen. Like you basically get like a headshot of each of the jurors. So we basically got to see what all of the jurors look like. And it's like a New York, what you imagine a typical New York jury to be. Like it's 12 vastly different people, right? But now, one thing in particular caught my eye. There was a very young black man on the jurors. Now I saw that and was like, wow, that's wild. Young to the point he almost looked like he possibly was a YN. So I was like, all right. They got a YN on the jury? Okay. Let's tell by his demeanor, he just looked real, like he was definitely probably in his late 20s, maybe early 30s, but he was definitely giving YN type vibes on his walk by. So, all right. So now, keep that in mind. Rewind before the day I went to trial. The judge reprimanded Diddy. The judge excused all the jurors out the room, and basically he went to Diddy. He basically went to Diddy like, "Hey, look, I need you to stop looking at the jurors. Like you keep looking at the jurors, basically influencing them, or basically potentially influencing them. And if you keep this up, I'm gonna put you in the courtroom, right?" Listen, Alvin, listen to what you fast boy break up. You're right. So store at your mind. So when people were seeing that, people were saying stuff like he was kind of like agitated, kind of looking left and right, or kind of like hyping people up, like basically saying like key points he liked. He would look at the jurors like see, or kind of like just being demonstrative. Now I'm telling you straight up, watching him in court that day, he's demonstrative the whole time. Like he is basically somebody who wants to scream and yell, but basically knows they can't do it. Like, he's always in and out of his chair, sitting up, sitting back, like terrible body language, like no poker face at all. Like, his attorneys, his team is chilling hard, like they don't look fazed by anything. But every time something shakes, Diddy is like livid in his seat, either wanting to scream or move or do something, right? So now, keep those two things in mind. So then, yesterday, the prosecution filed a motion saying that they wanted to remove one of the jurors. And the public wasn't given a precise reason why that was. But the reason that was kind of given, quote, was that they think one of the jurors wasn't fully honest in evaluating the question earlier when it was basically kind of like getting screened. So they asked the defense about it. The defense was like, hey, we don't have a problem with the juror. The juror is good with us. Now, these are my people who are actually there, who I met in court that day, who's still going. They told me this stuff, right? So he's like, the defense was like, nah, we good. That juror cool with us. Like, we good. Like, we have no problem with the juror. So the judge was like, I'll look into it. He was like, if we need to, we'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of the juror and replace the juror with one of the other ones. Now, they don't say who the juror is, but my deductive reasoning tells me, my theory is that they're trying to get rid of the YN. Because when I think about it, who's most likely to basically have some type of mental favoritism towards Puff? A YN from the culture. Knows who Puff is, looks up to Puff, probably got all about the Benjamins in his tape and play in his music catalog somewhere. And they kept saying Puff was looking at the jurors, making gestures whenever it was good points being made on his behalf, kind of like hyping it up. I can 1000% see Puff eyeing a YN in the trial like, dog, you see what they doing to me? Like, fam, come on, man. Like, what's good? Like, you see this dog trying to connect with dude. And now the prosecution has noticed this and been like, look, that dude is a lifeline for Diddy. We got to get him up out of here. So they try and get rid of the YN, the only ally Diddy got on, well, the one probably definite ally he got on the jurors, and get him up out of here. Right now, looking at the case, I think it's all going to be dictated on what the jurors want to do. Like, I don't think you could either way look at it and be like, he's guilty all the way, or he's innocent all the way. Like, it's going to be basically like what those 12 jurors feel like they want to do with it. So, with that being said, them getting away somebody who may be forming some type of bias towards Puff is going to help their chances of convicting him. So I think they try and get rid of that particular, like, they have not said publicly who the juror is, but I bet my last I bet 2 quarters on it being that YN I saw in the courtroom. All right. That's one of my conspiracy theories. Now, conspiracy theory number 2. All right. So now, if you saw one of my other videos from the day I was up there, you'll remember when I told y'all that after Diddy and Jane Doe broke up, she ended up linking with someone they referred to only as a rapper and his woman, and they flew from LA to Vegas together on the rap. Now, one thing I forgot in my notes was that they flew on the rapper's private jet. All right. That's a key component here. So it was like in the trial, they never said who the rapper's name was. The prosecution only referred to, you were hanging with a rapper. Now, in this story they told, she was hanging with the rapper, and basically like the rapper's homeboy, another rapper's friend. Basically, they didn't specify who the friend was, if it was male or female, but it was given kind of like double date type of vibes. Chill out. No more dad. Chill. So now, nigga John on here wilding. So they went to Vegas and got like a double that type of thing. And the way the prosecution painted it was that like, all right, they was in here, she was in there chilling, trying to get some fresh air, recently broke up, and now she basically in Vegas chilling with these people. So she said while she was there, she saw one of the entertainers her and Diddy had been vibing with out there. So it's like kind of like a old junk. There goes what's his name? I think it was Paul. She said she's seen, but maybe not. It is about 5 of them they keep referring to by name, so it gets confusing at times. But I think she was like she saw Paul. So it was like, oh, what's good, Paul? So they kind of played it off like it was nothing. So the day went by. The night went on. They hung out, went to a strip club, and chilled some more. So then the prosecution story was they circled back around that night, and basically she went by the rapper's room, and she said Paul was in there having sex with a woman, and everybody was in there watching Paul. And then they said the exact words were, the rapper made a flirty hush. The rapper made a flirty comment. Hold on. Hush. Go to your room. Yeah, all right. Rapper made a flirty comment towards her. This is what she said. This is a flirty comment. So, she basically said she stayed 20 more minutes after the flirty comment, and she left and then went home. Like any sense could be, right? So now, fast forward to yesterday. Fast forward yesterday. They said that the defense brought this up in the cross-examination. Well, no. So the defense brought this up in the cross-examination. So the defense was like, hey, so let's go into details about this time with this rapper. So eventually, we're going to go into about this rapper, right? So it was like, they brought details about it. Like, they went, but the defense brought that you went out there on the rapper's private jet. And she was like, yeah, we did. They didn't say that before. They said she went out there, basically. Yeah, that's what got messed up. When the prosecution was up there, they just was like, you flew out there. Like, almost, it made it feel like, oh, they went out there, she caught a flight and flew out there too and met them out there. But the defense was like, hey, so when you went out there, you flew out there on the rapper's private jet. And she was like, yeah, I did. So basically it was like, y'all hung out, y'all went to dinner together. She said, yeah, we did. Y'all went to the strip club together. Yes, we did. She was like, why you didn't tell nobody that you flashed everybody your titties? And she was like, yeah, that happened. I didn't think it was relevant. So it was basically she painted a picture like she was out there wilding. So they keep saying the rapper though. They won't say who the person is. But it's like, it's giving the clue that it's somebody like major, something like private jet. You with the rapper. This rapper is friends with Diddy. And it was like, yeah. But it won't say per rapper's name. So then it was like, so how did it feel when the rapper said to you, he wanted to have sex with you for a long time? She was like, it kind of startled me. So it was like, oh, that's what he said. So fast forward today, my people who I talked to who went to the trial today was like, they were out there and it was this trial, that stuff didn't start for 2 hours because they were debating about letting a witness come for the defense all of a sudden. Like this witness pretty much popped up all of a sudden. And they were trying to go to like the defense could speak to direct contradictory testimony to what the prosecution case was. And long story way short, they think it's Yeezy. They think Kanye was the person she was hanging with that time, and that They think it was Yeezy. Yeezy was the person she was hanging with at that time. And if you recall, if you been paying attention, for like the last month or so, Yeezy has been super pro Diddy in his Twitter rants. Like, Puff could be any of us, free Puff. Like, really going hard for Puff Daddy all of a sudden. Not to mention, it was like last year, he called Diddy a fed and cursed him out on Twitter. And I thought that'd be quite fishy. And now it made sense. Like, dang. She was hanging with Yeezy. She did something. And now they try to get Yeezy to testify for Puff on Puff's behalf. Like, now, I ain't proven, but that's my conspiracy theory based on the people who I talked to who there and putting together my 2 cents in from observation from when the last several months, Ye has been really big up and screaming free Diddy. And the fact that they said she flew out to Vegas on the rapper's private jet. I mean, granted, anybody with the bread can get a private jet. But like for you to specify the rapper and his private jet, only probably going to be a couple people who really in the rap game rolling like that. So Yeezy really stands out as possibly being that person. Like, damn, that she was with Yeezy. So now I got to think like, was she with, who was she with? Was she with Chris? I mean, nah. That would be after Kim Kardashian. Probably his wife Bianca. Is this why Yeezy came out about his younger sexual? I don't know, boo. I don't know if this is why Diddy came out by his sexual curiosity stuff. I don't know. Although I don't really believe this. I think Yeezy just be damn gassing just for attention. But I don't know. So now, point being, don't be surprised if all of a sudden Yeezy's involved or taking a stand. Don't be surprised if they end up kicking that juror off the dang jury pool and that do interviews or do something later on and you figure out it's a YN. And you heard it here first. You heard it here first from your boy SK. Now, next week, I'm going to go back up there for 2 days, catch me 2 more days of testimony, and come with y'all live with the live information. So, stay tuned. Until then, we'll get up. SK out.